What's up, bros, and welcome to the 85th Ninjago Figbarf. Now today I'm going to be showing some customs based off of the idea, what if Mr. E was mass-produced in Ninjago Season 8 Sons of Garmadon? So, let's get down to business. Now for the first mystery variant in today's video, we have a stone armor Mr. E. Now, the legs of this custom minifigure are from a lava monster from Nexonites. We're going to take this Legacy Ninjago Stone Warrior torso piece, except it's reversed, and we also have some dark silver arms and some red hands attached. Then, we're going to take this black Imperium armor piece from Ninjago Dragon's Rising Season 1, pop that onto the torso. Then, we're going to take this Mr. E headpiece and pop it onto the torso. We're going to attach this dark silver helmet piece, pop that on, and then for the last piece, we're going to take this red trans clear visor piece, pop that on, and then we have the completed stone armor Mr. E custom. Now for this mystery variant's accessories, we just have this random sword that I made. All I did was take a dark silver lightsaber hilt piece and I attached some dark saber blade pieces from Star Wars, but the backstory for this custom is pretty basic and self-explanatory. I mean, the name of this custom is Stone Armor Mr. E. That's because this Mr. E variant is made of dark ore, which is the same stuff that Stone Warriors from Ninjago Season 2 were made of, so yeah, basically an indestructible version of Mr. E. Now for the second Mr. E variant in today's video, we have a Nindroid Mr. E. Now, the legs of this custom minifigure are from an Oni Garmadon minifigure from Ninjago Crystallized. We're gonna attach this Legacy Nindroid torso piece, except we have a purple arm with a black hand and this Rockstar Batman printed arm with a black hand. Then, we're gonna take this black katana holder piece and pop it onto the back. Then, we're gonna take this Mr. E headpiece. We're going to take this lower black ninja hood piece and pop it on, and then for the last piece, we're going to take this black upper ninja hood piece, which is from Karl from Ninjago Dragon's Rising. Pop it onto the torso, and then we have the completed Nindroid Mr. E custom. Now, this Mr. E variant is basically a Mr. E made from the scraps of a Nindroid from Ninjago rebooted. So basically, Harumi took like the corpse of a Nindroid and modified it to make Mr. E, or a variant of Mr. E, because in this universe, Harumi managed to create an army of Mr. E's. But yeah, that's basically it for this custom. Now for the third Mr. E variant in today's video, we have a skull crossbone variant of Mr. E or something. Now, the legs of this custom minifigure are from a random alien from a classic LEGO space theme. We're gonna take this Sons of Garmadon Goon torso piece, except we also have some black arms and some light gray hands attached. Then we're going to take this black katana holder piece and pop it onto the back of the torso. Then, to cover up the yellow print on the torso, we're going to take this black Sons of Garmadon armor piece, because this is supposed to be a robot, not a human. Then, we're going to take this Scooby-Doo headpiece, except we're going to ignore the face print on the back and only focus on the print on the front, which I think does fit Mr. E. Then we're going to take this black samurai helmet piece and pop it onto the head. Then we're going to take this trans clear visor piece. It's going to be reversed, and then pop it onto the helmet. And then for the last piece, we're going to take this bone piece and pop it onto the helmet. And Then we have the completed Mr. E variant. Now, this Mr. E variant's design is a reference to how Garmadon was the leader of the Skulkin or Skeletons at one point in his life, because, well, I mean, the torso has these skulls, and mainly the helmet is a reference to Garmadon's first helmet in Ninjago, so yeah, it's basically the same helmet that Garmadon had, it just has like an added visor, because this is a Mr. E variant, and Mr. E always uses his visors because he's a biker or something, but yeah, that's basically it for this custom. Now for the fourth Mr. E variant in today's video, we have an inverted Mr. E. Now, the legs of this custom minifigure are from an Imperial Patrol Trooper from Star Wars. We're gonna take this Avengers Endgame Quantum Suit torso piece, except it's reversed, and we also have some white arms and some black hands attached, of course. Then, we're gonna take this Dark Silver ZX armor piece and pop it onto the torso. Then, we're gonna take this printless black head and pop it onto the torso. Then we're going to attach this white biker helmet piece, and then for the last piece, we're going to take this random visor piece. I forgot where this is from, but then we have the completed inverted Mr. E custom. Now, the concept for this custom is pretty simple, basically a Mr. E custom but with inverted colors. But one thing I have to mention is that the idea for like a white Mr. E, this is not my idea. I'm pretty sure somebody made a Mr. E white variant for a Ninjago stop motion series, and that Mr. E variant was called the White Biker. Now, I don't have proof of this because I can't remember where I first saw the White Biker, but I'm pretty sure the White Biker exists. Shout out to whoever originally came up with the idea for the White Biker. Now for the fifth and last custom in today's video. We just simply have a modified version of the official Mr. E minifigure. Now, the legs of this custom minifigure are definitely from like a classic LEGO space theme, I'm guessing. Then we're going to take this Mr. E torso piece. Then we're going to take some printed black arms, which are from a random surfer minifigure. And of course, we have some red hands attached. Then we're going to take this General Cryptor armor piece, which I think fits Mr. E very well. Then we're of course going to take Mr. E's head and we're going to attach his helmet and the trans clear red visor that he always has, and then we have the completed modified Mr. E custom. Now, one thing that I gotta mention before I end the video, basically I originally made a modified Mr. E custom for, I believe, the very first LEGO Ninjago Figbarf video. So that Mr. E custom, I believe, was Mr. E 2.0, so I guess this Mr. E custom that I have right now is Mr. E 3.0. So yeah, but that Mr. E 2.0 custom was the first Mr. E variant that I made, and that's what inspired me to make these Mr. E variant customs today for this What If Ninjago video. But yeah, that's basically it for this custom. But anyway, that's basically it for this video. I hope you bros enjoyed the 85th LEGO Ninjago Figbarf, where I showed some Mr. E variants based off of the question, what if Mr. E was mass-produced in Ninjago Season 8 Sons of Garmadon? If this video does well, I'll make a part 2 with some more Mr. E variants that I can come up with. But anyway, feel free to check out my other videos. I mostly make custom minifigures. Have a great day. Godspeed, bros.